Microsoft is a name that most people on the planet recognize. It's one of the world's most valuable and influential technology companies. At its heart, Microsoft creates the tools that help people and businesses achieve more. Think of it as the architect of the digital world we live in. The company builds the software that powers computers, the platforms that connect teams, and the services that store our most important information. From the operating system that greets you when you turn on your laptop to the programs you use for work or school, Microsoft's technology is often working quietly in the background, making our modern lives possible and more productive every single day. The story of Microsoft begins not in a grand corporate tower but with two young, passionate friends. Their names were Bill Gates and Paul Allen. They shared a deep fascination with computers back when most people saw them as giant, mysterious machines. In 1975, they saw an opportunity. A new computer, the MIT's Altair 8800, was featured on the cover of a popular magazine. It was a revolutionary device for its time, but it lacked one crucial component: software that would make it easy for people to use. Gates and Allen knew they could write that software, a version of the basic programming language, and they seized the moment. Working tirelessly, they developed their software interpreter for the Altair. This was a bold move. They were promising a product for a computer they did not even own. This early display of confidence and skill defined their approach. After successfully demonstrating their software, they officially formed a partnership. They named their new company Microsoft, a combination of microcomputer and software. This name perfectly captured their vision: to put software at the center of the emerging personal computer revolution. Their small company was founded in Albuquerque, New Mexico, close to MIT's, marking the humble start of a future giant. The company's first big break came a few years later. In 1980, the technology behemoth IBM was planning to enter the personal computer market. IBM needed an operating system for its new machine, the IBM PC. They approached the small but ambitious Microsoft for a solution. In a pivotal business deal, Microsoft acquired an operating system from another company, adapted it, and licensed it to IBM as MS-DOS, or Microsoft Disk Operating System. Crucially, Microsoft retained the right to license MS-DOS to other computer manufacturers. This single decision was the masterstroke that set Microsoft on a path to incredible success and industry dominance. The launch of MS-DOS was a huge success, but it was only the beginning. The system worked, but it was text-based and not very friendly for the average person. The next great leap forward for Microsoft was the creation of a graphical user interface, or GUI. This would allow users to interact with their computers using a mouse to click on icons and menus, rather than typing complex commands. This vision became Microsoft Windows. The first version, Windows 1.0, was released in 1985. It was a bold step toward making computing accessible to everyone, not just hobbyists and programmers. It laid the foundation for a new era. The true breakthrough came with the release of Windows 3.0 in 1990, followed by the monumental launch of Windows 95. Windows 95 was more than just software, it was a cultural phenomenon. It introduced the Start menu, the taskbar, and a much improved user interface that became the standard for personal computing for decades. The marketing campaign was massive, and people lined up at stores to buy it, something previously unheard of for software. This success cemented Microsoft's position as the dominant force in the PC market. The company's mission to have a computer on every desk and in every home, running Microsoft software was quickly becoming a reality. As Windows dominated the desktop, Microsoft expanded its empire with a suite of productivity tools. This collection of programs was called Microsoft Office. It included applications that are now household names: Word for writing documents, Excel for creating spreadsheets, and PowerPoint for making presentations. By bundling these essential tools together and integrating them with the Windows operating system, Microsoft created an unbeatable package for both businesses and home users. This strategy was incredibly effective. It made Microsoft's products indispensable for daily work and communication, further solidifying the company's control over the software landscape. This period of explosive growth was not without its challenges. Microsoft's incredible success and aggressive business practices led to scrutiny from regulators around the world. The company faced major antitrust lawsuits in the United States and Europe, accused of using its Windows monopoly to unfairly crush competitors, particularly in the web browser market with Internet Explorer. These legal battles were long and difficult, shaping the company's public image and forcing it to change some of its tactics. Despite these hurdles, Microsoft continued to grow, its software becoming an integral part of the fabric of the global economy and modern society. The technology world never stands still. As the internet matured and mobile devices like smartphones became more popular, Microsoft faced new challenges. The company's dominance on the desktop did not immediately translate to the new worlds of mobile computing and internet search. Recognizing this shift, Microsoft began a profound transformation. Under new leadership, the company embraced a mobile-first, cloud-first strategy. This meant adapting its focus from selling software in boxes to providing services over the internet. This was a massive pivot for a company built on the success of packaged software, requiring a complete change in its thinking and business model. Today, Microsoft is a very different company than it was in the 1990s. While Windows and Office are still incredibly important, a huge part of its business is now in cloud computing. Microsoft Azure is the company's cloud platform. It provides a vast array of services to businesses, from data storage and computing power to artificial intelligence and machine learning tools. Instead of buying and managing their own physical servers, companies can rent resources from Microsoft's massive data centers around the world. Azure has become a cornerstone of the modern internet, powering websites, apps, and corporate networks for countless organizations, big and small. Alongside its cloud platform, Microsoft has expanded into many other areas. The company is a major player in the gaming industry with its Xbox console and the Xbox Game Pass subscription service, often called the Netflix for games. It also develops and sells hardware, including the Surface line of tablets and laptops, which compete directly with Apple's products. In the professional world, Microsoft owns LinkedIn, the world's largest professional social network, and GitHub, the essential platform for software developers to store and collaborate on code. These acquisitions show Microsoft's strategy of owning key platforms across business, gaming, and software development. This diverse portfolio of products and services forms the core of the modern Microsoft. Its main offerings can be grouped into three key areas. First is productivity and business processes, which includes Microsoft 365, the subscription version of Office, Dynamics 365 business applications, and LinkedIn. Second is the intelligent cloud, dominated by Azure and other server products. The third area is more personal computing, which covers Windows, Xbox, Surface devices, and search advertising from its Bing search engine. This diversified structure makes Microsoft a resilient and powerful force in nearly every major sector of the technology industry. Microsoft's business model has evolved dramatically from its early days. The company used to make most of its money from one-time sales of software licenses. You would buy a copy of Windows or Office, and that was the end of the transaction. Today, while that model still exists, a much larger portion of its revenue comes from subscriptions and consumption-based services. For example, customers subscribe to Microsoft 365 on a monthly or yearly basis, receiving continuous updates and cloud services. With Azure, customers pay for the amount of cloud computing resources they use, similar to a utility bill. This shift creates a more stable and predictable stream of income. This modern business model has been incredibly successful. Microsoft has become one of the most profitable companies in the world. To put it in simple terms, the numbers are staggering. In the fiscal year that ended in mid-2024, Microsoft's total revenue was well over $200 billion. This massive income is generated by its different business segments, with the intelligent cloud, powered by Azure's rapid growth, being a primary driver of profit. The continued strength of the productivity and business processes segment, which includes the evergreen Microsoft 365 suite, also contributes a huge share, demonstrating the success of its transition to a subscription-based model. The sheer scale of these numbers highlights Microsoft's immense importance. The company is not just a technology provider, it is a fundamental pillar of the global economy. Millions of businesses, from small startups to the world's largest corporations, depend on Microsoft's tools to operate every single day. Its software and cloud services form the digital infrastructure that powers commerce, communication, healthcare, and government. When you consider the millions of software developers who build on its platforms, and the billion-plus people who use its products, Microsoft's impact is almost impossible to overstate. It is an engine of productivity and innovation worldwide. In conclusion, Microsoft's journey from a two-person startup in a garage to a global technology titan is a remarkable story of vision, strategy, and adaptation. The company put a computer on nearly every desk, and now it's building the intelligent cloud that connects them all. By constantly reinventing itself, Microsoft has not only survived multiple waves of technological change, but has emerged stronger each time. Its continued investment in cutting-edge areas like artificial intelligence ensures it will remain a central force in shaping our future. For these reasons, Microsoft is and will continue to be one of the most important companies in the world.